Hey everybody, it is Tyler of the Winnipeg Belt Collector YouTube page, and got another belt video for you guys. Got out a full-size replica. Warning, strap's a little really fucking destroyed. The plates are pretty beat up, but I'll give some context to this. End of November, I was on Kijiji and I saw a belt that was listed at $50, and it said it was an adult size belt. So for $50, I ended up paying shipping as well. So $50 plus shipping, and yeah, this is what I got. I got this at the end of November. Everyone's been sick and stuff, so I just haven't had the time to make a video for it. So without further ado, cheers. So this is a Figures Inc. WCW World Tag Team Championship. There's a lot of problems with the plating, a lot of oxidization, scratches and stuff. This was used as an independent belt. I purchased this off independent wrestler Reggie Marley. Not familiar with his work, but he ended up having this for sale. So start here. We got the grappler. We got the blue globe behind the WCW and World Championship Wrestling lettering. We got the other grappler. I guess the tag team taking on the world. Move on to the center plate. Now there was a blue sticky tack thing just placed on the red WCW logo, so I ended up using a paint remover and a little scrubber face cloth thing. It's not quite a face cloth, not quite a scrub brush, but it was something that was decent enough to be able to get the paint mostly off of there. I just got to do a little bit more, as you can see. I'm going to paint it either red or purple. I'm not sure yet. We go to the sidebars of that. And the eagle. The plates, like I said, they're pretty beat up. But for $50, you can't really get much better. What else to say? This is the second version of the WCW NWO belts that came out. Originally, there was a smaller design. The smaller design was originally debuted by the NWO, and it had just the scrolls, the WCW logo, and the lifter holding the globe. And that was the only thing, because the belt was super small. It was smaller than the cruiserweight, actually. They ended up adding a eagle to it to make the plates more appropriate for the wrestlers that held it from there. So we'll go in on the world logo. Like I said, it's beat up, but $50. Invest in a stock strap or a re-leather and paint it up a little bit, and it'll look good as new. Well, good as okay new. Anyways, we got the purple is sort of faded off. I know there was a version of the belts that had the purple logo, and then the ones that did not have the purple painting over the WCW logo. Personally, I like the purple paint, so that's what I'm thinking of doing up there to make it a bit more of a customized piece. Also, what I'm thinking of doing is taking a black gel paint and actually doing from here the wings all the way down to the tip of the feather, and then doing that to there in black, so I would be able to hide a lot of the outside blemishes just with paint, and then I would do the purple WCW up there to match this, and then I would repaint the red on this one. Yeah, so anyways, strap is totally fucking destroyed. Sorry for my language. Say strap is totally destroyed. Little bit of a problem. When the belt was shipped to me, it was not shipped in a box. If you ever wanted to piss off a belt collector, Ship your belt in a fucking bubble mailer. That is how this thing showed up to me. It was like rolled up, fucking absolutely destroyed. Anyways, move over to this side. Can't really do much to fuck up the plates, so. And we got the stock rigid WCW strap. That's very ridiculous. This had to have had some type of just someone fucking it up a lot, because that's, you know, these straps are really hard to mess with, and this thing's pretty fucking flexible now after it's been beaten the shit out of. We got the strap almost ripping through. 5 screws. Strap almost ripping through again. We got the figures, toys. There's an official WCW one. This is not the WWF belts, much like my WCW United States title. That one is an original WCW belt. And we move back over to this, and more cracking and more bubbling and all that jazz. So, I'll just there. So, you know, from far away, it looks pretty alright. As the saying goes, good from far, but up close it's far from good. Yeah, not really much more to say about that. I want to get belt bags, of course, for it, but right now I think the majority of my rebuilding belts fund will go to getting some gel paint and getting a new strap for it. Probably just going to find someone who has a stock strap. Not really much more other to say than that. It's a very plain belt. It's a very nice belt, and I guess right now we'll just do the shoulder and waist check. Alright. So pop this over there. Hey. Yes. Got this. It is quite a large belt. This is the largest plate that I have in my collection. We got over the shoulder. It's a nice, decent sized belt. Myself, I'm 6'1", 6'1.5", 240 pounds, and yeah, it looks like a decent size on myself. You know, button it up as well as I can with this fucked up strap. But you know what? Still does that. So, I think for $50, that's pretty damn good. That's $50 Canadian. I'm Canadian, if you don't know. But, don't know if Winnipeg gave that away, but yeah, this is one of my favorites in the collection, just because when I was I guess I would have been young before I was a teenager, when Sean O'Hare and Chuck Palumbo brought these belts in from WCW. Sean O'Hare is still one of my most beloved characters of all time, whether he was the big man just doing insane moves, or whether he was the devil's advocate character that he went on to become. Sean O'Hare was someone that I followed his career, even though he wasn't in the WWE that long. I followed his MMA career. I did keep up. I knew that he was doing some bodyguard work at one point, and I sort of I thought he would be a statistic. Sad as it is to say, it's really a terrible tragedy what happened with Sean O'Hare. He is possibly the most talented big man that was never really given a shot, and yet they give shots to people like the Great Khali. Anyways, back on the belt. That's me reminiscing. I really loved Sean O'Hare. Actually, when I was a kid, I was playing No Mercy, and I was on GameRevolution.com. And if you're old enough, you might remember that. And on Game Revolution, they had little create a character templates. And this character, I saw his name, Sean O'Hare, and I thought that would be a cool name for a wrestler. So I did the template, and man, this guy was huge. And I was like, all right, well, let's have a look at and see what his moveset is. And then I learned that he's doing the fucking Swanton Bomb, or the Shanton Bomb. And, like, man, this is a guy who really should have gone far, but unfortunately his best part of his career was in WCW for about a year. And him and Mark Jindrak, they were really good. They were a really good tag team. And Chuck Palumbo. Gotta throw that in. Natural Born Thrillers, I believe they were. Guess there's not really much more to say about that. Yeah, this is just a belt that I've always had a particular fondness for. The Hardy Boys being the technical last holders of the belt before they were unified and the Dudleys had the final reign. But I thought it was cool. We didn't have the caliber tag champs that, WCW had, as I said, with the United States. But this belt is for sure something that holds a special place in my heart, because I love the Invasion ankle. No matter all the plot holes and the problems with it, the initial Invasion pay-per-view was good. It was good. Anyways, take care from the Winnipeg Belt Collector. It's Tyler, signing off.